Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Hockey Think Tank podcast, short shifts episode. But first, before I get into it with Topher, Christopher, Ryan, Scott, want to give a little message from the boys at Skate Tech. Skate Tech sharpening and equipment repair brings you NHL quality service at an affordable retail price. With over 23 years of sharpening and equipment customizing experience, Skate Tech serves as your personal equipment manager, providing the highest quality skate sharpening on the planet. They also do blade profiling, team uniforms, equipment alterations, and they will take your entire game and performance to the next level with the edge the pros trust. All you got to do is go to www on the World Wide Web .skatetechsharpening.com to find out more information. Toph, get into our short shifts episode here today on Wednesday. We've talked about how to open up practice. I don't think we've talked about how to close practice. So I want to talk about some fun last drills that you can end practice with to get the players fired up, coming back for more, having fun, learning, all the above, moving and grooving. Last drill for practice. What are some of your faves?
Well, it's got to be some sort of a competition, right?
Has to.
Like, so I'm thinking about like some of the things that I've done, like with some of the teams that I've coached in the past. So one of the fun ones is, and I'm sure other people have done this, but like you take a puck, you get in a corner and you take a puck and you round the net and you got to throw it all the way down the ice. And if you score in the net, you get to pick a teammate that has to go down and back. If you miss, you have to go down and back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's a little, you can go like red versus white, have a little bit of a competition with it. Or the other thing that you can do, what I like is you put all the pucks in the crease. And then you put one net at like the top of the circle in the zone that you're shooting from. And then the other net is where it's supposed to be on the other end of the ice. And you either have to shoot the puck over that first net to land it in the far net, or you can bank it off either side of the wall to get into the net. And same thing, like if you score, then you get to choose somebody that has to go down and back. Or if you miss, then you got to go down and back. And for the goalies, if the goalies score, everybody has to go down and back.
Wow. So everybody's even more mad at the goalies.
So yeah, it's a really, really fun one. The other ones like are kind of like, I guess, breakaway oriented. Mm-hmm. You ever played Orange Lemon?
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know Orange Lemon, it's awesome. We used to do this in juniors every Thursday before Friday night games. And basically you go your first shootout. And if you score on your first shot, you're in the orange line. If you miss on your first shot, you're in the lemon line. And then if you're in the orange line, you go until there's a winner. So if you score the next round, you stay in. You score the next round, you stay in, and you keep going with everybody that scores until the last person misses. And then you get the orange. You get to eat the orange. If you get put in the lemon line because you missed your first shot, you go until there's a loser. And so like, you keep going until you score. Once you score, you're out. And if you're the last person to not score, then you got to take a bite, skin and all, of the lemon in front of the team. And it's hilarious because some people are like, yeah, I eat lemons for breakfast. That's fine. And then there's some people who are like, their face just contorts. They're like, I can't. So
we did orange lemon in Japan when I was there, but if you were the loser, it wasn't eat a lemon. It was you had to wear full gear other than your skates and go buy everyone on the team milkshakes from McDonald's down the road from the rink. And of course, in Japan, there's only 3 imports allowed on every team. And so, we had him on the show, Wasey Rabbit, one of my good buddies who I played in the AHL on a couple different teams and then in Norway and then also in Japan. He lost twice. So 2 different times throughout the year. So he had to go full gear on in line in Japan where, it's 2 guys who are clearly not from Japan, and I'm filming it all and laughing, and he's ordering, and he's got his visor on, his gloves, he's got his stick in line. All the Japanese people are like, what is going on here? Why is this guy ordering 30 milkshakes? So that was really fun. And like coaches, when you do things like this too, it's stuff that your team will remember forever. The parents will have a good laugh, the players will have a good laugh. It's just really, really good fun. One of my favorites is similar to that, but you put like, 3 or 5 pucks on each blue line. One team is on the one side of the benches, the other team's on the other bench, and there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do breakaway style, so it's team white versus team red, and if you score, then you sprint back to the bench, and right when you get to the bench, the next guy jumps out of the bench. He goes out on a breakaway. If he misses, he's got to grab the puck after the miss, skate it back to the blue line, make sure the puck stops on the blue line.
Has to stay
on the blue line.
Yeah,
or else he has to go and get it and put it back there. Then he changes for the next guy to go. If the goalie gets a hold of it, they can shoot it anywhere on the ice that they please to try, because then that guy has to go get the puck, bring it back to the blue line, and then change. So you do that breakaway style that way. That would be more pucks. Or you can also do it in like a 3-on-0 or a 2-on-0, and you can do 3 pucks, and you can go 3-on-0 versus 3-on-0 group. And since it's 3 pucks, they're going to score all 3 pucks. Every time you score a puck on your 3-on-0, all 3 guys have to get back outside of the blue line and enter the zone onside. So now you're making the kids think, like, what's our strategy here? How are we going to do this? We also have to all make sure we get all the way out and then come back in. So now they're starting to think outside the box, different one guy stays at the blue line, other 2 guys go. Are we going to go 3-on-0, tic-tac-toe, whatever it is? And so that's a super fun competition that has to do with scoring. One team loses. Whoever loses is going to do a mountain or whatever, you're going to make the punishment for losing. But those are 2 of my favorite at the end too. But as long as it's a competition and everybody's having fun and going back in the locker room and chirping each other at the end, that's a great last drill for me.
Yeah, I love that one with 3 pucks and it's a 3-on-0 and you got to get back and touch off sides. Because like as a coach, sometimes like you can screw with them, be like, nope, that was offsides, get back. Like doesn't get, and then they like lose their mind. Or if you go on those 3-on-0s and you can't score, I don't think there's anything more frustrating. And then the goalie gets it and they like shoot it down the ice, and then one guy's got to go get it.
Or the goalie holds it for too long and everybody starts slashing him. What are you doing, Frankie? Let the puck go. Coach.
100%. Yeah, that's a fun one. Another one that's fun is I call it bubble hockey. It's bubble hockey. So basically what you do is you take one of the circles, one of the big circles. It can be the neutral zone circle or any of the 4 circles inside the zones. And you put a net on the bottom of one and you put the net on the top on the other side. And it's basically a 1-on-1 inside the circle, but you have 2 guys that are on the back door of the net that your team is shooting at. Right. And so coach just flips a puck in the middle. You got to kind of win that battle. And it's almost like a 3-on-1, on that goalie, or the other way, it's a 3-on-1 back your way if the other team gets it. So the rules are kind of like the 2 guys that are inside the circle doing the 1-on-1, they can't go outside the circle. And the 4 players that are outside the circle, they have to stay on their side of the hash mark and they can't go inside the circle. And so it's a really creative, fun. There's a lot of goals. There's a lot of like backdoor passing and things like that. And yeah, man, that's a fun one. Have you done that one too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like the cross ice too. You play cross ice, maybe you throw Gretzky behind the net, guy behind the net can't leave behind the net. He can step out on either side a little bit. Like I said, just anything that gets everybody competing, and there's a winner and a loser. And then when you walk in the locker room after, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's chirping everybody. Everybody had fun. They want, we got to run that back tomorrow. We got to do that tomorrow. Like, coach, can we do that again tomorrow to finish practice? Like anything like that gets those competitive juices flowing. Like that's what you want guys leaving the sheet on, because then they're going to bring it back tomorrow. And if you lost, you're going to want to, exact revenge, and you're going to want to get out there sooner and compete and battle. And obviously also a massive part of it is you're having your players leave the rink and they had fun and they want to come back.
Yeah, for sure. And it's always fun as a coach when you're running those last drills, because you always want to kind of keep it close. So you maybe call a penalty or offside or something to kind of keep it close. Cause it's never fun if like it's, the same you know what I mean? Like if
Yes.
it's 5-0, it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
It's not too
yeah.
much
You
fun, but
start accidentally tipping the puck to the team losing, so they get
Yeah,
a B
yeah,
way, and
exactly.
then everybody starts losing their mind on you as the what? I didn't see anything.
that wasn't a penalty. You call like a penalty shot, like and then like sometimes you're like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah,
This is bad.
yeah. Nothing better. God, man, I miss hockey so much. Just
I
talking about
know.
all this stuff makes me want to go out there and compete and battle and even coach, man. Even being the coach and then doing that, so like it ends up closer is. It's just so much fun.
Somebody's closer.
It's
How about
so
the
much
fact that
fun.
there's Happy Gilmore 2 coming out?
Oh my god, dude, wild. I just hope they don't ruin the first one. You know, like I hope
I
they do
don't
it
like
justice.
Adam Sandler. I feel like doesn't do bad movies.
He really doesn't miss often. He does not
Yeah.
miss often. You are correct. But
And
anyways,
yeah.
you guys have any drills you love finishing practice up with when we put these out on our socials on Instagram, Twitter,
Let us know.
whatever? Let us know what your favorites are. We'll add them to the list, baby. Be a bro. Share that show.
Share the show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.